said, got a lot of things I could do better if I tried to. They don't know the trauma we endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta get some shit off my chest.
Welcome back to the Make It Home Safe podcast. This is episode 8. Episode 8. Bash is out with COVID. He's slowly dying. Prayers up.
Jesus.
And we're gonna keep it moving.
All right, yo, this is Russ. Don't ask me about my love life. It's the same thing every week. You know what? I'm gonna talk about my love life today, but it's still same vibes.
What's going on, y'all? It's Reed back again. 205. Gonna get this thing popping, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's Big Cap in the chat. Moderator for today. In episode 7, we got a few topics for you we think you'll like. The first thing is things you want to die in 2020 / how do you bring in the New Year's versus the old years. After that, we'll address the Stimmy. Everybody loves money. And then we'll move on to your first heartbreak. How are you in high school? And we'll wrap it up with the Nashville incident. All right, so let's spin it up. Things you want to die in 2020. Who's going to take that first?
I'll start. Gaslighting. I want that phrase to die. Just because somebody's telling you the truth that you don't want to hear, that doesn't mean they're gaslighting you. I'm sick of it.
So you explain gaslighting for me? I'm confused as fuck.
So the way that it was explained to me, gaslighting is doing something that you know will cause a reaction out of someone. And then when that reaction comes, you act like you weren't doing it for that reaction.
No, so okay, look, so that is a part of gaslighting. The way I've heard gaslighting is, okay, Kwam, so you get upset about, like, I say something to you and you interpret it a certain way, and I'm like, no, that's not what I meant when I said that. It's just like, deflecting, essentially.
Yeah.
Or like trying to talk around the point.
It's so stupid.
But I want gaslighting, gaslighting. Yeah, I want gaslighting to die. Not the phrase, but like with the idea, or the action of gaslighting. I want the word toxic to fucking die in 2020. Because niggas aren't toxic. Like, bitch, you just childish, immature, and you don't know how to hold a conversation. Pardon my language.
Struck a chord. No, I feel that, though.
Let's just call it what it is, bro. I hate that
right
shit.
There.
I hate that shit so much. Like, that's like everybody's favorite thing. Like, oh, if something don't go your way, it's toxic. Or if somebody didn't,
or they were gaslighting you.
Yeah, if you didn't react to something the way they wanted you to react, you toxic. That shit corny as hell.
Yeah.
Also, I want corny to die too, because people be saying
what?
Like, corny gonna die too, because people. How do you feel that you're in the space that you can determine what's corny and what's not? Like the people that be calling certain things corny, like, oh, you got an 800 credit score. It's corny.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the word corny.
No, like who gets to determine like what's corny? Like, shut up. No, keep your opinions to yourself. Yeah, like shut up. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I want to say the people who are judgmental. Speaking of like what you was talking about the corny, I see a lot of people bragging about having no kids at this age and stuff like that. Like it's something to separate themselves from someone. Let people live their lives and stop trying to make yourself seem like you're better. Just because you don't have no kids don't mean you're better than somebody. And just because you have kids don't mean you're better than somebody at the older age. Like everybody's trying to just,
and
I don't know, make themselves feel higher than the other.
Yeah. And I think that all wraps up into like, I think mine would be just like titles and generalization, just putting people into a box. That's mine, because all that wraps to just putting someone into a box, and I want all that shit to die out, bro. Just be yourself, man. Like, stop being so judgmental. Just be yourself, bro. Be whoever you want to be out here, man.
I will say
I want to die the how I met this artist versus how you met them. I hate that shit.
Oh,
I hate that shit with a passion.
Yeah, who cares?
It doesn't even matter.
Discography always gonna be out there.
Yeah, and my thing is like,
I
what's
knew
that?
about them for 3 years. You only knew about them for a year. So what?
Yeah, we still listen to the same music. Like, come on, that definitely needs to die, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, my biggest thing was we talked about like people who have kids right now, and I'm jealous of people who have kids right now. To be honest with you, because I'm gonna be an old ass dad. I'm 27 right now, and y'all got these kids out the way, at least one out the way, I'm gonna be like 50 years old with kids in the house.
That's your journey, though. That's not for me to decide or judge, though.
Oh, I know
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
I know that 100%. I'm just saying, though.
Just wait. I'm trying to be, kids with the right person.
Yeah,
there's no rush on that either, so don't even sweat that.
No, there's no rush on it either.
Oh, yeah. No, trust me, I know. But yeah, those are all good things that want to die. Toxic was a big one. Also, the How I Met the Artist thing. Like, the music always going to be out there. But Toxic. Leave Toxic in 2020.
For sure.
Y'all use Toxic for anything now. Oh, a dude don't hold the door open for you? Oh, he toxic.
Oh, wait. But also, man, I used to get this. So, you know how, like, when you walking on the street with a girl, you're supposed to walk on the side where traffic is.
Yeah.
So I got told that I'm toxic because I'm walking on that side of the street. She can walk on that side of the street because she's a woman. She can handle herself the same way that I can handle myself. I don't need to do that, and I don't need to hold the doors open for her. Blah blah.
Hey, bro, excuse my language, but what the fuck is that,
bro? I'm telling you, it's mental illness. That's what it is.
Mental illness. It's a new era, bro.
It's basically essentially it's toxic for you to care. It's toxic for you to care.
It's insanity. And then they want to, you don't want to fit. All you want to do, all males are the same. They all want to be the stereotype and blah, blah. But when somebody's doing something different, then like it's moving on.
Let's not get into it yet. There's a lot
I'm ready for a lot to be left in 2020.
How much time you got? All right, well, then moving on to the next. How did you used to bring in the New Year's versus now? I'll start off with that one. I used to bring in the New Year's partying, going crazy, you know. At one point, I saw it as like a time to just get away from, well, either my family or get a babysitter to go out. But this time, I brought it in with the family, and it was dope. I love it.
That's what's up. Yeah, like the same with me. I used to go party, going out, hang out with friends. But this whole pandemic make it a little hard to even celebrate New Year's like that. So we were kind of just chilling, kicking it, maybe some Zoom calls here and there, you know, online watching the ball drop. But yeah, it's tough now, man.
Our ball drop was behind in Vegas. So when it struck 12, they probably dropped the ball like 30 seconds after. I was like, yo, I'm looking at my phone and we watching the TV. The ball ain't even dropped yet. I'm like, yo, what?
That's tough.
Yo, I saw some on the news. They drop a potato in Idaho.
They do. they do, bro.
They call
Idaho thing.
Potato you can stay in too.
Yo, do we have any
I have seen
followers,
that online,
bro? Before I bash Idaho.
But yeah, you got a few. You got a few watching from Idaho.
What type of you drop potatoes?
No, it's a giant potato.
It's a
like
giant potato in Boise that they drop as their.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, you know.
I mean, everybody thinks it's whack, you know. So even they think it's whack. So I mean,
all right,
bro. Yeah, so it's crazy.
Damn, if I take my kid downtown to watch a potato splat.
Hey, why not, man?
You said what?
That'd be kind of dope to see, actually. A big ass potato falling out the sky.
Come on, bro. No. You would go every year, bro.
I wouldn't go.
I haven't missed it in 20 years.
I would not go every year, but I definitely would see it once.
That's hilarious.
Just YouTube it, bro.
The way I brought the New Year in was falling asleep at 11. So the ball dropped, and I didn't see it, and they didn't see me. I was knocked out.
Please tell me you didn't fall asleep on your couch with the TV.
And I fell asleep in my bed. I went to bed with intent. I got in.
He was going to sleep.
At least it was intense.
I
thought you fell asleep with the TV on and your stomach out.
I FaceTimed my family, said my Happy New Year's early, and I was out. Sleeping good too.
I'm not mad at that. So honestly, Reed brought up the whole COVID thing. You know, this year I called my family. You know, I told myself in 2021 I was gonna cut back on drinking or try to cut it out altogether. So I had my little Martinelli Sparkling Cider, but I normally go to a bar. I had the apple cranberry one. That shit hard.
Martinelli.
Martinelli's fire.
I had never had. I had always gone to a bar on New Year's or whatever, something like that. And you know what's crazy to me? I literally just thought about this. I'll probably never go to a bar again. Do you realize how unsanitary bars are when you got that many people in there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you don't have like somebody regularly clean it, and people is drunk in there, spitting everywhere, missing the toilet when they piss, throwing up in the bathroom.
Oh, the bathrooms are the worst, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, you know what? I told myself when this panoramic or paramedic pandemic is over or whatever, I'm done going to clubs, dog.
But can I
was never
say
big
this
on
though?
clubs and all that before anyway.
Speaking of sanitation, I'm still going to Waffle House though.
Of course you are. Whenever I went to Waffle House, I brought my own silverware.
What? I don't go to Waffle House for sanitation.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I don't go to Waffle House to die from typhus or something either. So I'm cool.
I don't eat at a Waffle House if the sanitation grade ain't below 90. The food ain't good.
Oh wow.
He said the cook
That food smacking. Food smacking. Cook gotta have the ankle bracelet on. Smoking a pack of cigarettes before I walk in there.
Man.
I know it's about to slap.
Waitress gotta have 3 teeth or a mouthful of goals.
3 teeth.
That's it.
They don't greet you saying sugar ain't worth it.
Little, bro.
Yeah, no,
when I was little, we used to always hit like a Waffle House when we were taking we were going from Maryland to Connecticut or from like Delaware to Connecticut or something. We'd always stop at Waffle House, and the waitress would never have all her teeth. It used to freak me out when I was little, bro. Like, I used to not want to eat my food.
You sacrifice the teeth for that food skills, bro.
That's not what it is, but we'll go with that.
Had to be.
Hell no. Yeah, sanitation is big. Sanitation in the club is big.
Dog, think about this. Think about this. Think about all the times that you went. I never did this because I'm really anal. I'm always anal about sanitization anyway. But think about the times you went bowling and you put your fingers in that dirty ass ball. And then you went back and sat and ate some fries or some pizza or chicken tender or some shit, bro.
You see, you was soaking in all that flavor. And you went bowling all the time. I know you was doing
that. Yeah, but I didn't eat. That's what I'm saying. I didn't eat when I would bowl. Like, if I was going to eat, I was going to eat before I started bowling or after I was done bowling. I
never even thought about that.
I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to keep doing it.
I know you would.
Come on, bro.
I'm not, dude. This done fuck me up.
Yeah, that's
y'all living in a bubble, bro.
It's not even that, because you know so what you do with that ball? You take it off the shelf, you bowl with it, and then you put it back, and somebody else pick it up.
Somebody else come coughing their hands and then put their hands in it,
man.
Digging in their ass in the whole nine,
bro. That shit ain't want to throw up.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna eat that food,
like, bro. There's plenty of people that have done that. I'm so good.
Oh man, I should have had COVID a long time ago. Shit, that's nasty, man. Yeah,
but no, like I said, the clubs on New Year's, that's absolutely not the way.
Pick up the mic.
I had to get the mic because I'm preaching right now. I'm spinning right now. Nah, bro, are you kidding, bro? Just think about girls be in the club with no shoes on. Shit, niggas be in the club with no shoes on.
Who's doing that?
Hey, chill out, Hurricane Chris.
Yeah, hey, that's exactly where I was going with that. So hop in the club, I ain't got no shoes on, bro. With no shoes on the club.
What you doing, man?
Drinking, y'all be sharing drinks. Oh, take a sip of this. People you ain't never met in your life, take a sip of this.
Oh, I want to keep track. People do that though, yo. Ain't no way.
Bumpy in the morning.
I'm not drinking after nobody. But I want to keep track of all the people that had New Year's parties this year, and then I want to keep track on how they feeling a couple weeks after. It was mad New Year's parties, and everybody. Whoop.
And it was back home. It was a bunch of.
I want to see how that go for you.
For sure.
No, I ain't mad.
Seen a lot of people turned up for New Year's. Got dresses. People still bought dresses and everything.
Yo, they were still out there.
I see
Drewski tweeted and said, "Just because you put a suit on for New Year's, you still broke his mind."
Bro, I sent y'all my man's. He bought that girl that $100 jacket for New Year's.
Oh yeah, we got to get him on here, bro. We need to talk to him because we told him, bro. Leave that girl alone.
Bro, and it's so crazy because he had to do all that. So backstory: my homeboy was dating this girl. We talked about her earlier on the podcast, but they some dude called him or called her while they were shopping, and he was like, "Hey, who is that?" She said she wasn't gonna tell him. It was her friend or whatever. This girl went through my man's phone while he was sleeping and got mad at him, woke him up, cussed him out. He asked who it was, and she said, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you, blah. Or I'm gonna tell you it's my friend Quez, probably this nigga Darell." But they met at a pool party or something. But she said, "No, I'm not letting you see my phone." So he's like, "Hey, if you don't let me see your phone, I'm calling the cops. Get out of my car." She wouldn't get out the car. He called 911. Cops came
Still
and he still wouldn't let him see the phone. Bought her $100 jacket from the mall, the little Levi with the fur on it, the little sheep wool. Still wouldn't let him see it. And then when the cops came and they said she had to get out the car, she tried to reach in the back seat and grab the jacket. My homeboy said, "Girl, if you don't put that damn jacket down."
I'm dead.
Hey, man. Make sure you
Scandalous.
screen these women or make sure you screen these women, these men, your partner before y'all start dating. Because I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot of heartache and a lot of headache and dealing with the police. You don't want to deal with the police. Sorry, I was preaching right there. I had to pick the mic up for that one.
That's insane.
Hey, I think we kind of got off. We kind of took a left, right, uppercut there, did we? So how do y'all bring? Did everybody address it? How you bring in New Year's?
Yeah.
We went crazy with the sanitation grade. Moving on to the next topic, the Stimmy hit. The Stimmy is hitting everybody's bank account. So basically, when we talk about the Stimmy, I want to say, are we doing enough? And what will you do with that money? Is $600 enough, first of all?
No, it's not enough to make me check every second. You know what I mean? I know people are like, "Oh, I'm checking. I didn't get my stimulus yet. I didn't get my stimulus." I mean, it's $600, man. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, like, they gave us $1,200 the first time, and it's been what 8, 9, 10 months since that one. They're giving us $600. I ain't worried about it, bro. If it come, it come. But that's a slap in the face, man. Like everything going on.
It definitely. First of all, it isn't enough, and I don't understand how like giving your people money will hurt the economy, because you need people to spend money to keep the economy thriving, right? You need people to spend money.
Facts.
In order for it to circulate and everything. But if people don't have money, how is it going to circulate? And how is it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, that makes sense. It do.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, $600, that don't even cover my rent. And I live in the hood right now. I'm tricking mine off in the strip club. I'm putting somebody through college.
Oh, with $600?
Yeah. You ain't put nobody through college. That is one course.
$600.
That is one course. $600 is one course.
Even a course.
Any little bit helps.
He put somebody through a prerequisite, not no college.
Literally.
I don't care. What am I gonna do with $600? I don't cover that. Covers like 2/3 of my
$600. Pay some debt. Huge.
Hey, my credit card's paid off.
That's where mine going.
Yeah.
And I'm not a homeowner, so you know I'm renting.
It wasn't going to homeowning stuff, bro. Come on, relax.
Oh man.
Relax. No, Quan trying to flex, paying off debt, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, be smart with your spending too, though.
I ain't gonna tell nobody how to spend their money, though. I mean, if you want to pay for her prerequisite class, you can pay for that class.
Hey, I'm gonna be in there throwing them too. I'm gonna get it all in $1 bills. I'm gonna go there.
Darell lip about to bleed.
Yeah, it's not a good look, man.
Yeah, $600. Mitch McConnell, what you got going on, bro?
You got a lot going on. It seemed like,
bro, 2,000 would have did wonders for like not for like for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm not even gonna speak from a $600 ain't gonna cover most people's rent. I think there's very few states where $600 would go a long way. You know, and they're probably all located in like the southeast.
$600 would have covered my rent when I was in New Mexico. My rent was $550 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Fire.
Oh, see, but the crazy thing is, right, where most people live is cities. That's what you gotta realize. You know what I'm saying? So like that ain't gonna slide it. So stimulus is hit. I also seen this rumor that maybe they could pass the 2,000 later on, and they would just pay the difference.
Y'all hear me?
I don't think it
will happen either. But that 2,000, like you said, I think everybody would have felt. Yeah, everybody would have felt good about that one for sure.
I think they're handling it wrong. Like I said, these people got to spend money in order for our economy to boom. They said the biggest thing that hurt our economy this year was actually people not spending money and paying off debt instead of like spending frivolously. If they don't have money, why would they spend frivolously? It doesn't make sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Also, I'm
Makes
gonna
sense.
plug Alaska in though, so we get a bit of the oil dividend. This year's gonna be $5,000. Alaska taking care of us. I'm not even from here.
I'm about to go out there, bro.
Wait, what is this? The oil dividend? What is this?
So they drill oil up north or whatever, and they pay their residents X amount of money every year. Last year it was like $900, and the year before that it was like $1,500. But this year, I think you're gonna do like a huge lump sum, and it's gonna be $5,000
For everybody?
So why are they paying y'all?
Wow.
Because they're drilling oil. That don't.
I don't know. I don't care either. As long
It's
as
always
my
been like that.
account,
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? They drill oil in Texas, though, don't they?
but Texas don't want to pay their people.
They show you how Texas don't take care of their people.
Yeah,
What
that's what
they
it comes down
doing in
to.
that makes me question, what are they doing in Alaska that they have to pay you? It seems like it's compensation for something.
Hey man, they compensate.
How do your lungs look, bro? How you
I don't know
breathing?
about it anyway.
Could be.
That's what kill you. They got all these bears and these moose out here. You know, people be getting trampled by moose out here.
Jeez.
Yo, that's not funny, but it's funny.
Bro,
Hey,
Yo,
I heard
the
about
moose are big as hell, bro.
Bro,
That's
Bruh.
terrifying.
people be taking
Bruh.
the trash out.
Bro, that is a way to go, bro.
I seen
Imagine
dog.
taking out your
I
trash
seen a
and the moose
Jeep.
just slap you.
I seen a Jeep Cherokee come around the corner when I was in New Mexico. Came around the corner like 40 miles per hour, smacked into this elk at 40 miles per hour. The elk looked at that Jeep like, "What are you doing?" and continued to walk across the street in front of my car. I was like, "Dog, that shit was huge." It looked like something that would have been like an alien movie. Like the way that it got hit, it didn't move at all, but that Jeep was crunched the fuck up.
No way.
Nah. I watched it. I was like, yo, there's no way I'm ever coming back up here, ever. I was in the mountains, never again.
That's wild.
That was crazy. From that moment on, I was like, yo, these things are way bigger than what they be looking like on TV.
Yeah.
Like its
sure.
back was like at the top of the roof of that Jeep Cherokee. Like that was his back, and then his head is higher than that. I was like, bro,
Jesus.
I don't know what mutant elk this is, but I want no parts.
Good Lord.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's wild. What the hell? Yeah, I told you Alaska crazy, but hey, that 5,000 gonna hit my account, and I'm not gonna spend that. While I'm gonna save that. I got some things I want to buy, so you know, I might send my mama
5,000 sound lit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
But
So, speaking of Alaska, is it true they be finding bums thawed out in like the summer because they froze and died in the winter?
You know what's so crazy? Like, I'm not even trying to like say nothing funny. People like freeze to death on the streets out here, and they have like a little courtesy patrol or whatever. Like, come like if somebody calls it in, like picks them up. But yeah, dog, these bums get drunk and they like wander off and they fall asleep. And they end up dying of like hypothermia or like freezing to death, like you said. And it's crazy, dog. It happens often up here.
Sheesh.
And they be, dog, and it's so crazy. I try to tell people, man, the lick up here is cheap. They got this knockoff Hennessy called R&R. And bro, it's like $10 for a fifth of it.
Let me borrow $20 to the mall.
Bro,
send me a couple of them dimes.
And another thing up here too, I try to tell people we might have to do an Alaska podcast. Dog, if you're a serial killer in Alaska,
Yo, please don't tell me they make a
No,
killer
don't say
out there,
that.
bro.
Don't say that. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Bro, serial killers in Alaska, bro, they thrive up here.
Oh,
Baker, bro, because if you ever watch like the Alaskan bush people, you can just disappear and there's no cell service. You drop your cell, you can build a house and get running water. It's crazy, dog. The shit you see in Alaska.
How cold does it get down there? Like, what's the
So
coldest you've seen this year, 2020?
this year, it was -4 yesterday, but when up north in Fairbanks, it was -28 without the wind chill. And you gotta leave your car running.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
No, it's
it ain't worth 5,000.
I'm good, bro.
The summers are cool up here though. So like, look, I don't know if you can see that, but it's -4 right now.
That don't look cool at all. What are you talking about? -4? It'd be
He
like
said in the summer is cool. He said in the summer is
Summer is
cool.
cool.
Oh, okay.
What's the high in the summer then?
The summer it stay around 70, 75. It's like brisk. It's nice
I
out.
like a whole bunch of heat.
You know, because it's different. Because, you know, I'm from Arizona and I'm used to it being like 110 outside all the time, or like in the hundreds. But it's like a different kind of warmth. Like it's like a wet warm, like a humid warm.
Yeah, humid.
It's weird. I don't know. But it's not really humid. Alaska's weird. People in Alaska are weird too, but we won't get into that.
People everywhere are weird, dog.
That's facts.
No,
They drop potatoes in Idaho.
Yeah, man.
Potatoes.
First time I seen that, I was
I
like, wow.
I heard them potatoes don't even come from Idaho. They be coming from California.
I mean, they grow potatoes here too, but they definitely grow potatoes in California a lot too, but it's mainly from Idaho, man. You'll see potato farms out here all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the brand Idaho potatoes, like the box brand.
Mm-hmm.
I heard those are from California.
It could be. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, that's as well.
Yeah, that's cap. I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
All right, moving on. We got your first heartbreak. Yeah.
Sound it out.
First heartbreak. All right. Well, you want to go ahead and take this one, Russ?
Yeah, y'all gonna let me? I don't want to talk first.
I'll go first. I'll go first. We'll go with a light story. So, my first heartbreak came about in elementary school, right? So, I had this girl that I really liked, right? And I asked her out, and we were dating. You know, obviously it's an elementary school relationship. Furthest we went was holding hands, but you know, I liked her, right? So, one day on recess, these people dared her to eat a worm, and she did it. And I got made fun of it because of it. And I could not sully my good name, so I had to break up with her because she ate a worm, and it made me look bad. I didn't want to do it, but I had to let go. She ate a worm, like an earthworm, just out the ground. They didn't even pay her for it. She just did it.
Where's she at now? You know where she at?
I don't give a damn, bro.
hey, put a name in the chat. I'm gonna look up on Facebook.
Nah, relax. Yes, she was, by the way. Worms.
Of course.
Oh, and she Dusty.
Yeah.
Did she bite it or she slurp it down like a trolley gummy worm?
1 second, kid.
Okay. Hey, yeah, bring a little homie on. Oh, my fault. Guess not. Yo, okay, Darell, Reed, let's hear about y'all first love story.
Yeah,
first heartbreak.
First heartbreak. See, I don't know if I ever had like a traditional heartbreak like that, but I would say if I did have like a kind of a breakup, quote unquote, my first one would have been in Japan, because I met my girl at the time, ex at the time, at tech school. You know, so the whole tech school BMT type of thing. And we clicked real well in tech school. We had similar vibes and stuff like that. So like from there, the conversation came like, okay, first base is coming up. Like, what are we doing? I was like, yo, I'm going to Japan. Like I'm going like thousands of miles away. Like, I don't even think we could do this for real. But she wanted to try it anyway. So we went ahead and tried. I was in Japan. You know, we tried it for like a good couple of months. And then things started falling apart, you know what I mean? Like, people started stepping out, and it was bad, man. The whole like long distance thing, I'd never do it again. Long distance relationships ain't it, man. So if you out there in long distance relationship, hey, props to you, because that shit ain't easy, man.
Ain't for the weak-hearted.
At all. Yeah, that's my story, man. Ain't nothing crazy.
Okay.
What you got, dude? Look at him.
I don't know, man.
The damn worm,
so many times. It wasn't a worm. I don't know.
It's your first one. You don't have to go to the deepest cut. Just the first cut.
Maybe I was at elementary school too, and it wasn't like a heartbreak like a relationship or anything. But so it was me, my best friend Diamonds at the time, and then my best friend Ernesto. We used to always race. I would always win when we was racing. So then we went to race. And this time Diamond smoked me, which made me wonder like if she had been letting me win like all the other times or not. But like smoked me, like it was bad. Like I couldn't even like catch up or nothing. And then afterwards she was like, well, guess you'll never beat me again. And I was like, Like for the rest of that week, like I just thought about that. Like while we would go out to recess and stuff, I wouldn't race no more. Like I wasn't about to run. So like I had to find something new. So that's when I picked up Foursquare, and I became like really good at Foursquare. But I never raced at recess again after that.
So that you got dusted by a female, and you never been the same.
Never been the same.
He's changed me forever, for sure. Yeah, she was fast though. She was fast, super fast.
That's interesting.
What Diamond doing now?
Looking good. That's
shame. What you got, Russ?
All right, let's hear the story we waiting on.
Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all be trying to gas me up today. Yo, I'm drinking water and taking my vitamins. So first heartbreak for me, like I said, don't ask me about my love life. This is me volunteering it. I was dating this girl in high school or whatever. A whole bunch of stuff happened. I was kind of rotten back in the day. I wasn't really, a good boyfriend or whatever. But like after I graduated, we both graduated, like we broke up. She went to school at U of A, I went to school in Mississippi. And we still kept in touch or whatever. And I saw her a couple times when I would come home or whatever. But she just now, like she hadn't had a boyfriend, or she hadn't publicized she had a boyfriend until like last year. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've been waiting for this dude to fuck up so bad. I've been waiting for him to mess. I don't know what it is.
Man,
I'm yoking, dog.
It's so crazy, bro.
And it's so crazy. I'm burning my sage tomorrow, self-care Sunday. It's all positivity in 2021.
But you want her relationship to end, but it's positivity?
Yo, that ain't got, in my life, in my universe, I want positivity.
Oh, okay. Fuck everybody else's, huh?
So like I said,
that's what it sounds like.
But this is crazy. It's so crazy because my ex, because her name came up a few times. She had like messaged me on Instagram, DM me, and like wrote me on Messenger. My ex made me block her on everything, and I didn't think she would notice or whatever. But she added me on Snapchat, and she's like, "I figured you want to block me on here too." And I'm like, "Oh, if we're gonna talk about what toxic is, that is toxic. That's toxic. I don't like that word, but that's toxic.
That's funny.
But no, it's we're cool now. It hurt at the time, and I still think about it from time to time. But nah, in all intents and purposes, I was joking. I hope she's doing well, and I hope stuff works out with old boy. But if it doesn't, please believe when that Facebook status is single, I'm pulling up, and when I shoot my shot, it's like Devin Book the way it's going in, dog. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I said, next topic.
Sign John Wall right there, though. All right. High school. So basically, on this topic, I just want y'all to address what type of person you were in high school, and have you changed since? And I say this because of this, right? You have a lot of people who peak in high school, right? So we're gonna address that topic. Anybody? I'll let somebody else start off with it.
I'll go ahead, bro.
All right. So in high school, I'm not gonna lie, I was a two-sport athlete, football and basketball. That's all I knew. I was nice at it, right? But I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't exactly the party and cool kid. Like I literally was like, it was like sports was my life. I just played sports. I kept to myself, and I watched my cartoons. Like, Darell, no, we just kick it, like no matter what. But if there's like some type of football or basketball event, I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm playing outside for like 8 hours if I can, straight. Only to be back in time to watch Avatar premiere, bro. That's it. So I wouldn't say I was like the coolest, but I would say I was only cool because I was all conference in sports. That's why, like everybody love you by default if you're nice at sports. But other than that, I hated high school. Why'd you
hate it?
Yo, is Avatar good? I've never seen it.
Avatar is fire, bro.
Okay,
you've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No, but I got on my Netflix queue.
Fire. Go ahead, bless
1,
yourself.
2, or 3?
Nigga, I have not seen it.
Not the water book, not the earth book,
not the earth book,
or the fire book.
Not the fireboat.
I have not
That
seen
was probably not even
Avatar:
making
The
sense
Last Airbender.
You ain't even seen King Boomy? Boy, you
I don't know who
crazy.
none of these people are. I know who Aang and what is it, Appa? That's it.
Yep.
Zuko?
No.
May?
Yes.
Bro.
Oh,
Hey, go ahead and bless yourself and watch that.
That's literally the greatest cartoon of all time.
I think so too. Because they ended it right too.
There's so much character development. They didn't drag it out and make a whole bunch of other seasons. The Legend of Korra is not worth watching. Like they should have just stopped there. It was the greatest thing ever. And Netflix is bringing a live action series of it, and it's gonna be fire. I can't wait.
They're gonna ruin it.
No. What's his name? M. Night Shyamalan. He ruined that shit, and it was fucking trash. Nobody should ever go see that movie. But Netflix is gonna do it right because the creators of the original
they're gonna have the regular creators
working with them. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Then cool. I hate when they make a live action.
So
did you see live action Bleach?
They had the buckets, like buckets of fire. Like who walks around with buckets of? That's not how they. That movie pissed me off so bad when I was little, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we was Avatar advocates.
I'm telling you,
that movie came.
It was trash. So yeah, that was my high school. I hated high school because I felt like it was a lot of people just doing unnecessary shit. If I'm being quite honest with you, right?
A whole bunch of classes stuff going on.
Yeah, like people just like for one, like you couldn't. Dudes would get girls just if they had access to smoking or alcohol, and that's it. They could have no personality at all, like no.
That doesn't really change now that we're older either, though.
That's true.
That does not change. It doesn't change now.
That's kind of true.
It definitely doesn't change now either.
Well, I hate life. Fuck it.
Now we chatting. Now we're potting. Ready to do
like there's no Jesus. It was just so generic. I don't know. In high school, this is why I say I like my life now better than high school. Right? I had more control over it. In high school, I did.
So in high school, I was big into music, man. I played a whole bunch of different instruments. So of course, I feel like by default, I fall under like the geek category. You know what I mean?
Nick Cannon, huh?
Yeah. So I played the sax, the drums a little bit, piano,
which sax,
alto sax.
Alto is the only way to go.
Yeah, of course. I love that instrument. And then I played the trumpet. So that was kind of my, you know what I'm saying? That was kind
trumpet. Don't try to squeeze that one in there.
No. I mean, I was nice.
Past it quick.
No. So listen. It's all funny games, but I was nice at all the instruments I picked up. Everybody knew that. So you know what I'm saying? I was cooking. I would say during like the junior, senior year, I felt like, because you had to walk around with that big ass case, you know what I'm saying? All throughout your hallways. I just felt like it wasn't a good look. So I put it down.
Motherfucking thing on you.
Exactly. So I was like, nah, this ain't a good look. I'm gonna put this down, and I started doing my thing. It didn't change until like senior year when I pulled this baddie, right? And she was the one, and like she was in like the popular group type. She was thick. She had big personality.
Personality.
Yeah, she had a big personality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. And I took her to prom, and that's when kind of things blew up for me. I was like in the cool clique, quote unquote, because they're like, "Oh, this man pulling, blah blah." Yeah, so I mean, up until then, that's kind of what I was.
Bro, I didn't even go to the school dances.
Really?
Like I really didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, the only one I went to was senior prom.
I went to junior prom, senior prom, and senior year homecoming because people really wanted me to go. Other than that, I didn't see the point. Although I do remember this one dance we went to, the black and white dance. Darell.
You said the black and white dance.
You didn't dance with nobody, Alan? She put you on the wall. She put you. All right, yo, let me give you the story, right?
Hilarious. That was hilarious.
So me and the homies, we went to this black and white dance our freshman year, right? Because it was our first freshman year at dance high school. So we go to this dance, and we all talking about how much fun we had after, right? Mm-hmm. And then one of our homies turned to other homies. He was like, "Yo, I saw your girl was dancing with other dudes. You was dancing with other girls, bro. That's lit." He was like, "I didn't dance with no one." He's like, "What? I just danced with my girl." He said, "What?" He said, "I just danced with my girl." He said, "What?" He said, "I just danced with my girl." I was like, He's like, "You mean to tell me that your girl was out there dancing with other dudes and you ain't dancing with no other girl? He was like, come here, man. This is what she did to you. She put you on this wall and she whooped you. She whooped you. She whooped your ass. Bro, we was crying, bro. Absolutely crying, bro. That's one of the few dances we went to. But that was
shout out to them now, though. I'm pretty sure they're married or engaged, right?
I think so. Bro, they've been dating for at least a good 10 years. So they gotta, if they're not married or engaged, they Commonwealth married.
Shout out to for sure. Shout out to them. Still.
Definitely shout out to them.
That's what's up.
The same thing as Kwame. I was a all conference athlete. I was second team all state football player.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to the dances. I was with the homies.
You was popular.
I was cool. Yeah, I was about to say homecoming king. It was straight though. High school was cool.
You said homecoming king?
Yeah, high school was cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I want homecoming king too.
High school was cool. It, like I said, I don't talk about that shit though, because it's corny as fuck. When people like tell, I hate
people live in those moments though.
When people are like, "Oh yeah, I was the prom king," or I was like X, Y, and Z. Like, bro, that shit's so corny to me. Like, who gives a fuck now? I mean, I guess it's dope.
People, I go home and people still talk about high school, bro. Like
where they live.
High school right now. Hold on. What are we coming up on 10 years since graduating high school?
Yeah, my 10 years.
2011.
2021 will be our 10-year reunion.
Yeah,
but it's COVID, so I ain't going.
Huh?
But it's COVID, so I ain't going.
Oh, I'm not going back to Connecticut in general. I'm not going back.
Well,
people really want me to leave Vegas to come back to Connecticut. For what?
They got Foxwoods. They got casinos out there.
We got Foxwoods.
Oh, he can sign up the better casino, but
bro, I think the liquor store closed at 6.
In Connecticut?
Yeah, literally.
It was like 6. All right, it might be 8. It might be 8.
I don't even remember, but it was early. It's super early compared to everywhere else.
Ain't even open on Sundays.
Yep. Yeah. New Mexico wasn't open on Sundays either, though.
That's whack, bro. That's whack. Everybody, you need your beer and wings for the games.
That's crazy.
Ain't even open. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, it's like Connecticut just ain't it in my opinion. There's a lot of people who still love it, but yeah, you see, that was my point about the high school question. Like, did you peak in high school?
No, I'm still thriving. I'm still getting it. Trust me, I still got a game. That's the biggest thing. Shout out to my homies with an escape plan, and shout out to my homies with a game plan. I know so many people graduated high school and just stayed home. They had no game plan, no means of trying to get out the city. They stay home and they not doing nothing. And I hate seeing that, but you know, I had to keep this train rolling.
So when you say peak, what exactly do you mean for our listeners?
Like when I mean like that, is that your pinnacle of your life? Like right there. There's a lot of people, their best part of their life was high school. It's
usually the people that never leave their hometown.
That's what I mean by peak. Like, was that the peak of your life? Like, was that was it? Like there's people where that was it for them. That's all they talk about. Like there's people who still live off of their name in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who I was, or blah, blah, blah.
And they can do that when they never leave their hometown.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It means something there, I guess.
And that's what I'll be saying, because like there's people who rep their hometown like heavy, like it's my home. Like I don't like the mentality of it's my hometown versus everybody, or my hometown is the greatest. I really don't understand that, because a lot of people tie that. I think people link themselves to either a memory, just a memory of something, of like, yeah, or what Jay-Z said, man, don't die over the property that your mama ran.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's real.
Yep.
That is very real. What else we got? Darell, we ain't heard your high school story yet.
Let's hear your high school story. You was picking boogers, weren't you?
Picking boogers? No. What are you talking about? Nah, I was chilling.
Why you deflect?
I said I chilled in high school, like the same way I am now. Like how I literally like stayed in myself and all that. Like I was in like all the smart classes. I was really smart. So like while everybody else was having 3,000 gym classes a year and shit, I had gym my freshman year and never got to have another gym class ever. I had AP classes by my sophomore year. Like my high school times were stressful because I had mad homework and I never wanted to do it.
Nah, he need to tell the truth. He was Boosie
you
Badass in school. He was
had
always
hip-hop
suspended.
classes?
No, you're not
Boosie
talking about high school.
Badass.
Middle school, I got in a lot of trouble.
Nah, high school, you still getting in trouble. Get up out of it.
High
Come
school,
on,
I got in
bro.
trouble sometimes, but like I wasn't. No, I chilled. Like I stayed to myself. If the teacher like thought they could yell at me like that was my parent, that is when I got in trouble. Like don't yell at me. If I'm asleep, if I finish all my work and I'm asleep, leave me alone. Because obviously
They told
you're
him not
not
to go
giving
to
me
sleep
enough
and he
work
went
to
off.
do. Exactly. Like leave me alone.
Bro.
If I finish all my work and I'm done, and then when I'm finished all my work and I stay up and I'm talking and you say I'm distracting other people, why not let me go to sleep? That don't make no sense to me. So I mean, I don't know. I high school wasn't difficult. Like the work wasn't difficult. None of that. I think high school was really easy.
Oh nah. I think
It was fun.
It's obedience. It's
It was
obedience.
exactly. Yeah, I don't do the.
You
whole
can.
obedience
I've seen
online
people who
thing.
fail tests, right? I've seen people who fail tests, but because they always did their homework pass. And I
I
I'm
never
not
did.
I never did homework. I never
But
did
I would
homework,
go-
and I would just
I'll go
pass
and get an A
tests,
on
and
the
they would
test.
give me bad grades because of it.
I'll go and get an A on a test. So like the highest I could ever get in like a lot of. I mean, I switched out of that when I got to AP classes and stuff because I was tired of like only getting B's when I can get an A and that boost the whole GPA or whatever. But yeah. I mean, I guess what you would call a nerd. I mean, I don't know. I had classes with like people that I wasn't really friends with like that. Like I didn't have classes with any of my friends because they weren't in those classes. So I'd just be in class. And then in between classes when I would talk to all my friends and hang out with them. And I go right back to I don't know. I went to parties and stuff, but I didn't really go to parties like that. And I wasn't really drinking in high school too much. At all. Like we would go to parties and everybody else, like the party would get busted and everybody else would run. I ain't drink nothing, so I sit right
Bro,
there.
I didn't drink until my senior
I sit
year
right
going
there,
into
bro.
college.
I'm not running. If I didn't drink them, I'm sitting right there, bro. Or I go to a party and they get busted, and I call my mom to come get me. Like, yo, I'm here, come get me. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I don't know. It was cool though. It was cool. I'd say after high school is when I really like. I hung out in like my sophomore year and stuff. I was hanging out with a lot of like older people, like my cousins and stuff. They were older than me, so I was always hanging out with like, older people. But I wasn't doing the stuff that they was doing. But I was like aware of the stuff that they was doing. So
I feel that.
what, man?
We
He said they were doing stuff. All right. Remember the Jordan documentary?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Rodman was doing drugs.
Bro.
I wouldn't.
yo, he definitely snitched, like,
Yo, his eyes was lit.
his eyes was yellow the whole interview. The whole interview. That's funny.
Oh, also, yeah, my fault. Yo, shout out to the kids in 10 years that gonna have AP government and they gotta memorize Donald Trump's entire cabinet from 2016 to 2020. Trust me, you're gonna struggle.
Including all the people he fired.
Yeah, I
Only
struggle
about
with
to be a
Ronald
hell of a
Reagan.
stepper.
Ronald Reagan fired 8 people, and I struggle with that. Donald Trump done fired like 25 people. So I know y'all gonna be struggling. So I tip my hat to you if you get a 4 on the AP AP government exam.
Sheesh.
I think the only AP exam that I didn't get a 4 on was AP Calc.
I only took AP. No, AP was the ones you could choose, right? You can choose which AP classes because IB was the one you had to take the whole curriculum, right?
IB, they didn't have IB classes in Maryland. They had them in Connecticut though.
But that was a whole curriculum, right? Remember, AP
IB was
class, right?
Yeah, AP you could choose. It's only a
I took the AP
IB.
math classes. That was it.
Yeah, man.
I like math. But yeah, that was the whole point of that topic. Just like, did you peak in high school?
Definitely not.
Type of deal.
Get
What
better
type of
every
person
year.
you were in high school? That is dope that you played the alto saxophone, though, bro. I always wanted to learn how to play that.
I played
in the piano.
the alto saxophone all through middle school. I was in chorus all through middle school. I played the snares middle school. I got to high school and I was like, that's whack. I can't do that anymore. I'm in high school.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I regret.
Never again. I'll never
regret
let
it.
my child give that up. Like,
yeah,
I regret
so
putting that
much
shit
more
more
to
to playing the instrument and like being able to read music consistently and just getting in like your bed. Like, bro, I used to play the saxophone. I would come home and be in my sister's room, like watching the Cosby Show, literally like playing that intro like from scratch, like hype about it. Like when I finally got it down, I was like, yo, I got it. I'm gonna play it for I'll play it for my whole family. Like, dog, that was my shit. And then I don't even know where my saxophone is now.
Yo, so
you know it's fire too? The violin. I think the
The
violin
violin is fire.
too.
That's
My
fire.
niece, shout out to the great Neela Demi. She plays the violin now, and she gets so excited over it. I love it.
So let me ask y'all something. When y'all were in band, did y'all have like placement tests in front of the whole band type shit?
Where you gotta,
Yeah, for like the tryout to make it and stuff.
Yeah.
All of that, yo, that is embarrassing.
So yeah, listen. So I was so I played the trumpet first, and I was killing it. Like, when my brother and sister came through high school, my band teacher would always ask, like, "Oh, can you play the trumpet?" Because like I was so nice at it, and they would hear my name all the time through my band instructor. Because like, oh, he was like, "Darian was so good. I'm so mad he switched over to the saxophone, blah blah blah, woodwinds." Because like brass and woodwinds is two different things. Yeah, so I was killing the trumpet, right? And I seen the saxophone. I would listen because I used to listen to old school music and stuff like that. I was like, yo,
they be killing it. The
I
saxophone
want
solos.
to kill it.
Different.
Yeah, I was like, I
Different.
want to be one of those, right? So I was begging my like, yo, let me switch. He's like, nah, I can't lose you. I need you, blah blah. I switched anyway the next year, right? So I'm like, Mom, give me a sax. I'm doing sax. So I showed up with a sax, right? And we played a placement test. I like doo-doo. I was trash. It was dog water, right?
Different.
In front of the whole band. I was so embarrassed. My face was getting hot. Like I was sweating, bro. It was terrible. I was like 12th chair, right? I was doo-doo, right? So the next test comes up and I kill it. Like I like destroyed it. I went from 12th chair to first chair, bro. And everybody was like, yo, what was that, bro? And ever since then,
yeah, man.
Ever since then, I've been itching to pick up a sax, man.
I literally want to learn how to play the saxophone and the piano. I think those two are like very. I think for the sax is just fucking dope, but learning the piano and everything kind of sets you up musically for like everything else.
Learning the piano,
and you gotta read music.
Read music way better.
Yeah, and reading it.
Yeah,
for sure, man. Yeah, that was a good time.
It's definitely dope. All right, so the last topic of the day is something that people aren't giving enough attention, and I think it needs to be brought to light. In Nashville, Tennessee, there was a bombing on Christmas Day, and somehow nobody seems to know about it. So basically, it was, I believe he was in his 50s, 50-year-old white man who left a bomb in a van that went off. People aren't giving enough attention because I believe he was white, honestly, so to speak, right? People need to treat it as an act. Yeah, he should be labeled as a terrorist. And I say this, not whether he was white, black, or anything, bombing on a holiday like that is meant to do harm. And after all, this is the Make It Home Safe podcast. So something like that needs to be brought to attention because people need to make it home safe, obviously. And doing harm by others is just not right, and it needs to be brought to the light.
On top of that, his girlfriend had tried to she alerted the FBI months in advance that he was working on a bomb. He was working on a bomb. The FBI said that he had no criminal record, like they weren't going to get into it. They didn't believe her. He had no criminal record. They had no reason to believe that was true.
That's crazy.
They went to his house, and because he didn't answer the door, they didn't go into his home.
Oh, so we don't kick in doors anymore?
We don't. Hey, what's a no
crazy.
knock?
Somebody
what's a no knock
Breonna
warrant?
Taylor's arrest record.
What's a no knock warrant? They don't exist if you're white.
It's a damn shame.
Anyway, that's literally insane. Like, the whole story is just insane, and the fact that it's not all over the news. Oh, but it's not all over the news because there were no casualties.
I was just about to ask.
Okay. He still could, like, if I set off a bomb in the park, it doesn't matter if no one's there. You set off a bomb, like that's illegal, is it not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So was it a suicide? Did he kill himself with the bomb? I also heard he actually killed himself with the bomb when he set it off.
I don't know if he's.
I believe he did kill himself. There were no casualties because they cleared it out. So it was like basically he parked the van and it was like a time ticker that was letting everybody know. And there were, I believe there were 4 or 5 cops that cleared out the scene before anything could happen. Thank God. But still, the man had criminal intent to take people out.
And you had
on Christmas Day at that. And the FBI knew in advance. There's a lot of people. What was this? School shooter that he shot up the school and then just laid down and they ended up arresting him. You know, they told the FBI knew about him too, right?
In Florida?
They had him under scope, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They had him under scope, and that happens a lot. But a lot of they say is, well, we can't do nothing until they do this or that. But
Right.
people are getting arrested for streaming.
Selling loose cigarettes.
For streaming.
Not getting arrested.
For streaming games.
People are getting killed for sleeping in their bed. People are getting killed for running through someone else's neighborhood. People are getting killed for wearing a hoodie and eating Skittles at night. People are getting killed for selling loose cigarettes. It doesn't make any sense.
It's insane, man.
It's not justifiable.
Getting killed running through your neighborhood too. That's the worst. You at home
Bruh.
asleep, and it's so crazy. You out here,
You're
you're
not
a
safe in
civil
your own
servant.
residence.
You're a civil servant. You're an EMT. You out here saving people's lives, and they still come in the house. Don't knock on the door, kick the door in, and shoot you in your sleep. And then you want people to be cool with it, but you don't do nothing about this.
That they can't stop a man who's about to make a bomb.
Who've been making a bomb for months.
That's crazy, man.
It's just it's an evil world we live in, and that's why I always tell people, they get home safe or be safe. You know, you just never know.
Oh, you really
It's kind
don't?
of crazy to think about, like, I don't, it's like, we were talking about this like a while ago, but like the things that you say to people, like when you get off the phone, like it's more common for Black people to be like, all right, be safe. All right, stay
for
safe.
sure. For sure.
All right, stay alert. Like it's just things that other people never have to think about, like
And
when
you know
they're
what's-
in the call.
You know something I've noticed that Black people do? I maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's where I grew up at, but Black people wait for you to get in the house
Before they pull out. Yeah, hell yeah.
Before they pull off.
Yep, all the time.
That's, I don't know, that's big.
Yep,
Or text me when you get
It is.
home.
exactly.
Definitely,
It's-
I'm
oh,
big on the
man.
text when you text me.
But
when you
people
get
have
home.
changed that to, oh, he's trying to keep tabs on you. Or, oh, he's trying to be controlling, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm just like trying to make sure you're safe because I understand that the world is not a safe place. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, people weren't raised. They don't have the same heart you do.
Stupid. I hate people.
That's real. That's
All right,
real.
man. That is.
Here on the Make It Home Safe podcast, we do not promote hating others.
I like
Oh, and if
that.
my hold up. And if my high school, my first heartbreak, if you see this,
Oh,
yo,
nah.
don't tell your
Yo,
man to
pick
pull
up
up
the
on me
mic.
when I come home because you know what it is. It's all love though.
Oh,
Come on. We not
Jesus.
promoting that.
Yeah, you
You-
cut
We're
that
about to
out.
make it a home
Yeah.
safe podcast. We do not promote
We're
that message
pacifists
either.
here. We do not
Oh,
believe in
man.
violence.
All right.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it was a great day. Episode 8, I believe, right? Episode 8. Here we talked about things you want to die in 2020, how you used to bring in the New Year's versus now. Got to talk about the Stimmy, first heartbreaks. A lot of it happened in elementary school. Some people still waiting on theirs. High school, how it was. Did you peak in high school? Where did it go? And the Nashville terrorist incident.
Crazy.
Thank you for joining us again. It's Big Cap in the group chat. I'll let everybody else say their goodbyes.
Yeah, yo, please
Reed
make it home
signing
safe.
out. Oh, have a good one, man.
Guys, I just want to say rest in peace to The Office. It is no longer on Netflix.
Oh,
Dunder Mifflin Paper
dang.
Company t-shirt out here repping for the culture.
Yeah,
They took it off
they
of
need to pay
Netflix.
us. Also, speaking of repping, we will be coming out with our own merchandise if you would like to
sure.
partake.
Hey, February 1st is gonna be out there.
Yeah.
February 1st. If you didn't hear it here first.
Let us know.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Better if I try to. They don't know the trauma we endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta